Okay, looks like we're live. Hey guys, Dr. G. Monday, we've had internet service down. We've had lightning strikes. Just lots and lots of cool stuff happening. I haven't been on in a while, mainly because I had a lot of trouble sticking with a reasonable diet after having been on steroids for a number of weeks following my neck surgery. But we're a couple of months out. Well, let's see, August, September. 2 months out today. Seems like longer, but I spent 2.5 weeks on dexamethasone, fairly high doses. Went through a lot of terrible hunger. I didn't go off the whole food plant based plan, but I did miss some fasting days because I wanted to be sure I had plenty of healing time. And but I'm back on track now, and I am under 200. So anyway, so hi guys. If you're here and you want to talk, let's talk about fasting. Let's talk about whole food plant-based eating because I am still doing that. Let's talk about how hard it is to maintain a reasonable weight, how much discipline it requires. It requires a lot. Talk about medicine. Talk about flu shots that are coming up. Hello, Edward. Nice to see you. Type that one in. I'm not really in a big hurry. It looks like we have a decent connection finally. So I hope you guys are seeing okay and this isn't too grainy. So we went through an entire remaking of our home internet, a point-to-point wireless system out here to my work area. So far it's looking pretty good. Speeds are really good. And I'm a lot happier with it. I've gone years with a really slow DSL service that we had. I guess I shouldn't complain, but this is all we had. But now we finally have fiber optic. And so welcome. Stephen Woods, 10:27 a.m. Tuesday morning. You need a flu shot. Yeah, Edward. Okay, stick your ear up close. We'll take a look for you, buddy. Sorry about that. So I am definitely still on the whole food plant-based diet. I'm not missing meat. I do still miss cheese once in a while. For a while, it was greasy burgers, but now it's just cheese, and even that's not that bad. So I feel much, much healthier than I did before. I'm still not needing to use inhalers. I was having to use inhalers just to carry on conversations. I was using 2 inhalers each day. I dropped all animal protein products, just cold turkey back in February. And within a period of 6 to 8 weeks, I was no longer needing inhalers. I was no longer needing blood pressure pills or cholesterol medication. So I dropped 5 medications. And I began to lose a lot of weight. I had the intermittent fasting going on as well, and 50 pounds ago. So I'm down 49 pounds. I'm going to call it 50, guys. So my cholesterol dropped from over 300 into the 150. Finally getting below 90. Without medication. My kidney function improved from a GFR of around 60 to 102. What else did I have? Oh, my A1C. I was pre-diabetic even at just 53 years of age. I was pre-diabetic. My A1C was 5.8. Now, that's not terribly, terribly high. The pre-diabetes range, and it dropped down to 5.1. Now that's only on carbohydrates. So diabetics are teens, and it makes things worse, in fact. So diabetes is not caused by carbohydrates, mostly carbohydrates. I'm going to stop. I'm getting a yellow thing saying, okay, so it's saying now we're okay. All right. So what I try to limit are starches, mostly white starches, potatoes, rice. I still eat those. I just like to limit them. I do too much. I have a weakness for spinach tortillas. They sound healthier than they are. They still have flour in them, although it's not. I don't get the kind that has bleached flour. I do get the kind that has the whole wheat flour. But still so, it's a lot of starch, and as a result, it'll make me feel a little tired in the afternoon or a little tired following the meal if I do consume too much in that area. I've fallen in love with tomatoes, though. I can't seem to get enough of them. I slice them, I dice them, I cube them. I eat them lots of different ways, but I mostly like them raw. Just a good fresh tomato. I'll slice it out and put a little balsamic vinegar and just a pinch of salt, and they're fantastic. And I can eat a couple of tomatoes at a time, and really enjoy it. Hi, Patty. Hi. Hope you guys. Are you guys getting a lot of rain, Patty? Because we seem to be getting more rain than we deserve. This is one of the coolest summers than I can remember. And we have just had rain all summer long. It has just been an enormous amount of water. And so the flu shots should be coming out. Yeah, looks like I'm getting a phone call. This should be fun. We're going to answer it. Hello? Hello?
This is Jeff, and this is a call unlike any other you've ever received.
It's probably not a call unlike any other I've ever received. Okay, so a recording, great. I don't know if could you guys even hear that? I think it probably takes the sound away when it happens. So anybody have any questions? Flu shot, yes, get it. The biggest big news is the shingles vaccines. We had the Zostavax for many years, not terribly effective, but our best alternative. We have a newer product out now called Shingrix, which has a 97% efficacy, and Shingrix is what we're recommending to everyone now. And we're also recommending those that had the Zostavax in the past. If you're 50 years of age or older, you have a 99% chance of having had chickenpox, and you should go get the Shingrix vaccine. Or if you're in another, it'll be the new shingles vaccine. And I recommend it because shingles is even as common as shingles is, it is still misdiagnosed quite frequently. Hey, all right, Edward, you got the new one. Okay, you got it ×2. That's right. You get a second one. So if you're over 50, consider getting Shingrix, the new shingles vaccine. There's some new diabetes meds, so if anybody wants to talk, if you want to talk diet, we can talk about it. I like to keep most of my foods raw. I love fresh fruit, bananas, avocados, tomatoes, peppers. I like bell peppers, green and red. I'll chop those up and do the same thing, a little balsamic vinegar. It seems like balsamic vinegar is my friend for fresh vegetables. I just love it. A little pinch of salt. I'm not a saltaholic. And I've heard it said you don't need to add salt to anything, but I don't eat any processed foods at all. So I probably do need a little bit of salt here or there. I haven't had my labs done since my surgery, mainly because they had IVs in both arms, and I actually ended up with a little phlebitis in this area, and both antecubital fossa. And so this is where they like to go to get blood. And I'm still dealing with some of the irritation from those areas. So anyway, not too bad. It's getting better. So who wants to talk? Throw something out at me. I'm not busy tonight. Looks like we might be getting some more rain here in a few minutes. I was going to go for a walk, and I said, no, I need to make a video. So today I've eaten nothing. It's Monday. Monday is my fast day, Mondays and Thursdays. Before I went in for surgery, my weight had gotten down to 189. And then after surgery and after 3 weeks and just getting back into things, I had ballooned back out to 206. I'd put 17 pounds back on. And so now after being back on to the Monday, Thursday fasting and my appetite somewhat returning to normal after the effects of the dexamethasone. I've gotten my weight back down to under 200. I was 199 on Friday last, and I'm hoping on this Friday to maybe just be a pound under that. So my goal is 185. My wife, the DW, does not want me to get any thinner than I am now, but my body mass index is still not in the normal range. I'm 6'1" at 199. It should be a little bit thinner, and I haven't calculated it, but last time I checked, I was still in the 25 point or 26 range, which is probably far better than 60% of Americans, maybe 70% even. I think we're saying now that close to 80% of Americans are either overweight or obese. It's not unusual for a new patient to come in, and the first referral that I make for them is a referral to see a bariatric surgeon, because and puts them in the morbidly obese category, which used to mean 100 pounds overweight or more, but now it just means a BMI of over 40. I had a new patient in today, a 21-year-old white male who came in for a reason unrelated to his weight, but his body mass index was 49. And we had a discussion regarding his weight, even though that's not what he wanted to talk about. And none problems most likely. Is it 100%? No, but it is very, very likely that at that weight, he would end up with some health problems. So we talked about that, and hopefully he'll make some changes. Let's see. Edward, on Medicare, will my office do Part D on Medicare, or do I need to go to Kroger for my flu shot? No, we do flu shots all the time for Medicare patients. It's not a problem. So you could come right in. Hello, Real Ruler 2112. Welcome. So people are just kind of coming in and going and saying hi. Thanks. I appreciate that. I don't really have a big agenda. I just wanted to let everybody know that I'm still on the whole food plant-based diet. And Nick, yeah, you know what? I'm feeling a lot better. I had a rough day yesterday. Sunday, I think I'd slept the wrong way or something. I was having quite a bit of pain, and I had trouble getting back to sleep. So I came out to the barn here and fell asleep, and the DW came out and checked on me in the morning. But I was in quite a bit of pain. I actually needed a real pain pill yesterday. So, but outside of that, I've been doing fairly well. I had a great day today, almost no pain at all, to hopefully having an equally good day tomorrow. Hopefully get a procedure or something fun. We're going to start making some more videos. That's always a goal, is to make more. Try to, get interesting patients, interesting cases. Thanks. I appreciate it. I do appreciate the prayers and support and all that I received during my procedure, which had the risk of being life altering if it didn't go well. But I'm blessed and I'm thankful that it did go well, because I feel like I've got a lot of good years left still to practice medicine and be productive and all of that. I hope I've got at least 15 more, maybe more years to go. Who knows? I'm still relatively young in the world of medicine. So anyway, so how are you guys all doing? I hope you're having a great. I hope we're not competing with some kind of sporting event or something, but anyway. So yeah, you should be thinking about flu shots right now. If you haven't gotten a flu shot and you have COPD, if you have diabetes, if you have a history of any heart disease or any other serious chronic illness like a connective tissue disorder or autoimmune disorder, then you should get your flu shot early. Because the flu shot only lasts about 3 months. If the flu season drags on late, again this year like it did last year, and we end up seeing cases in February and March, it could be important to make sure you get the second flu shot so that you're still covered. Let's see. Thanks for the tip in one of my videos about using Vapor Rub for toenail fungus. It does work. Yeah, that is a real treatment that has been around for a long time. It's not well advertised, but it is out there and it does work. What's interesting is there are a lot of over-the-counter remedies for nail treatment or nail fungus that do serve as an effective treatment. It's not necessary to get a prescription medication. This is really interesting too, because I do get people that come in and they want Lamisil, they want the pill for nail fungus, and it works fine. The problem that a lot of people don't realize is that it takes many, many months of treatment. In other words, it's important to keep the nail treated for as long as there's still any fungus visible. The nail has to grow completely out, because if you stop the treatment before the nail has grown completely out, then the fungus is just going to, the remaining fungus is going to attack whatever nail is there. So you have to keep taking the medication. It could be as long as a year. Well, if you use the topical, there's a product called Penlac that's prescription that I do prescribe, over-the-counter product. You have to keep treating the nail. Even if you're using Vicks Vapor Rub, you have to continue treating the nail until the nail grows completely out, because if you don't, then the fungus is just going to return. So it's like being re-exposed. So you do have to continue that treatment for as long as a year. I've seen people have to treat for 18 months. So be consistent with it if you're going to do it. So a busy day today, but not terribly busy. Hey, Pam. Good to see you too. My neck's doing all right. Thank you. Had a bad day yesterday, but you're getting your knee done on the 8th. Wonderful. Wonderful. I hope it goes very well for you. Days I'm not if I don't turn my head too far to the left and to the right too many times, I'm noticing improvements every day. Neurologically, I seem to have less of a tremor than I was having before. Now, I will say that at times late in the day, I do notice that I do get a little bit more trembly, and I think it's just a little fatigue setting in. But it seems to be okay. I'm feeling my fingertips okay. That's all working all right. Backup job. Yeah, Pam, it's surprising. They do a lot of these outpatient now. There's a great product on the market. I have to admit, I have invested a little bit into it. It's called ROM3. So you should check this out, ROM3. And it is a device that was designed to help people recover much, much quicker from knee replacement. All of the specs on it that I've seen look fantastic. And so I don't know if it's available for you, but ROM3, look it up. It's a fantastic device. It's supposed to cut 3 weeks off the rehab time. So out of the normal 6 to 8 weeks, it can drop it down to 3 to 5 weeks, which is a lot less time in rehab if you can get it. Yes. It. Yeah, knee replacements. It's a pretty frequent procedure now. It's fairly commonly done. We're recommending it now sooner. Yeah, it was good news. The rehab potential on this device is fantastic. It actually helps you back. ROM stands for range of movement. So it helps you get back to the full range of movement of your knee faster than anything out there traditional. Yeah, we recommend people sooner for severe osteoarthritis, sooner than we used to. We know that people do so much better now than they used to. So anyway, we do recommend it, and most of our patients do quite well with a knee replacement, hip replacement, same thing, shoulder replacement. The technology has improved so much. Surgeons have gotten so much better at doing these joint replacements. So, and we're living longer. And as a result, we're staying more active longer, more years. And so and that's just a fact of life. That's a fact of being alive, being active, and wearing out our joints. So that's what we hope for, right? Medicare Advantage plans, be careful. I'm not going to say they're bad. I'm not going to say they're good. I'm going to say they're different. I've had patients who've gone from regular Medicare onto an Advantage plan and just absolutely loved it. I've had the reverse happen too. Patients be aware if you sign into a Medicare Advantage plan, there's a good likelihood that you're going to be signing into a network that you're basically giving away your control of seeing whatever physicians you wish. So if you're already seeing, say, a specialist, or maybe you have a rheumatologist you see, maybe you see, I don't know, endocrinologist for whatever reason, maybe you do, and you want to be sure physicians, then you need to be sure they take whatever plan you're planning to join. I've had a lot of patients who've been on these plans who've later gone back to straight Medicare. They liked the autonomy of choosing their own people they wanted to see. So, just be careful. All I'm saying, the same goes true with Part D plans. If you're on a set of medications that you want to be sure and you want to, those medications are covered under that plan. Not every plan is the same. They don't cover the same medications, so you want to be sure that you're checking and that whatever you need is included. So, all right, well, that's 20 minutes. You guys are awesome. So thanks for stopping by. And there you go. See, perfect, Edward. There you go. But your heart doctor said they took the plan. So here's the problem. They have to check. So there's a lot of plans that sound very similar, and they may have thought they were in the plan, and then but they actually weren't. So you have to be careful. Make sure. Another thing you do, another way you can check is check with the plan directly. Say, is this doctor on your plan? Okay. So very important. About. I'm not going to use any doctor names here, but I know them all in this area. And so anyway, so Monday night, I've only got, let's see, what is it? It's almost 8 o'clock, quarter till. Healthcare is way too complex. Yes, it is. It's very complex, and a lot of paperwork, and a lot of your healthcare dollar is spent on administration. Unfortunately, that's true. Thank you, Pam. Hope to see you again too. So I'm going to sign off here and say thanks for stopping by, and I'll try to do a little more videos just like this from time to time. But bring your questions. I'll try to answer them, and we'll have a lot of fun. You guys are great. I'm hearing the rain hitting the roof now, so I know I'm going to lose reasonable internet just any minute. Can you guys hear that? It's pretty loud. I knew we had storm clouds a few minutes ago. 3 cards to submit every time. They don't know what to do with it. That's. Hey, look. I'm as conservative as I'm as conservative as the next guy, but for many, many years, I have been a proponent of a basic healthcare system that covers all Americans, with the ability for us to have a secondary private plan if we wanted, much like what they have in the United Kingdom, a 2-tier system. I think everybody, we're an industrialized nation, the largest economy on the planet. We can certainly afford to cover everyone with a basic healthcare plan. We're already paying for it. We should have it. Anyway, good night, guys. Love you all. Appreciate you. See if I can figure out how to turn this off.